what's happening YouTube? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey for yet again another fragrance video. So today what I got for you is a list of 4 fragrances that I believe are forgotten. You know, forgotten as in the sense that nobody really talks about them anymore. And you know, some of these have recently come into my collection and I've been really enjoying them. And I haven't really seen reviews on them, or if I have, they've been so old, they don't have that many views, or no one else has duplicated that review. So that's why I consider them forgotten fragrances. So before we jump into this list, what I'd like to say is if it is your first time to my channel and you enjoy what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button to support the channel. And of course, if you have an Instagram, go ahead and check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel. And of course, pictures of fragrances from my collection. Let's get started. All right, so the first fragrance on this list of forgotten fragrances is from the house of Chevignon. This is Chevignon by Chevignon, or Chevignon for Men. This is by Parfums Chevignon, but it's also, I think, a subsidiary of Jacques Bogart, which was pretty interesting. So you can take a look at the bottle here. Really cool. It's like painted on, really thick glass. And you can see the back there too. Got a silver atomizer and cap. So we'll spray some on a tester strip. So this fragrance is very, very similar to Polo Green or Polo for Men. It doesn't have that pine in the opening, but it definitely has that leather and tobacco. And then once it dries down, the fragrance sort of even more resembles Polo Green. So I really like this one. Performance is awesome. I noticed it on myself for a really long time. And it's lesser known. I haven't seen anybody really talk about this one. And it kind of got lost in the shuffle. A lot of people say it reminds them of Polo Crest, and that's a fragrance that I've yet to try. That was a release in the early 90s from Ralph Lauren that didn't really last that long. And apparently they're very similar, but this is that alternative to Polo Green that I've been looking for. So I'm really enjoying this one. I was able to pick up an aftershave as well too. This is a splash. They're both 50 ml, and these are really cool. I got them on eBay for around, I think this was $39 and this was $34. Shout out to the subscriber Joey Spence. Joey hit me up and he was talking about this fragrance and a couple other ones, but I had told him that I was interested in this because I've seen this on FragranceX.com, but it was always sold out. So, you know, in 5 minutes, he sent me like an Excel spreadsheet of like 10 different sellers on eBay that have it available. And I was just like, wow. So thank you, Joey. I'm really enjoying this one. And this is definitely one that if you haven't smelled before, you got to get your nose on it. If you like that, like masculine, Polo Green style-esque type of fragrance, you'd really enjoy this one. I want to show you guys the box. They just look really like classic, almost like a Western, but at the same time, you know, it's a French fragrance, but the bottle's really nice and the scent smells so good. And yeah, it really is close to Polo, which is awesome because it's always cool to find an alternative to such a classic fragrance like that. So Chevignon for Men. All right, guys, the second fragrance on my forgotten fragrance list is from the house of Hugo Boss. You know, we don't really see a lot of Hugo on my channel aside from Boss Number 1, but this one is a nostalgic fragrance for me, and I don't see anybody talking about it. It's from 2002. That was when it released. It is Hugo Boss, Boss in Motion. So this is from the Orange Man line, or the Boss Orange line, excuse me, but don't get it confused with Hugo Boss Orange Man. That stuff is like orange Kool-Aid, vanilla icing, and toilet water. It's absolutely terrible. If you like it, reevaluate your life. This one, however, is awesome. I love this scent. This stuff is, it's my scent of the day. I shaved, I got the body line here. I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but take a look at this bottle. It's like in this sphere, you press down here and this stuff comes out. I found this, I thought this stuff was long discontinued, but it's easily available. It may be discontinued at least, but I found it really easily on FragranceX, FragranceNet, all those, you know, gray market sites. It's so fresh orange zest with like a soapy dry down with a hint of like vanilla that kind of gives it a slight orange creamsicle, but it's really an orange soapy fragrance. It's long lasting, it's clean. I think it's great for the cooler months because of how well it projects and lasts especially. And you might even become nose blind to it, but you're gonna get noticed with this fragrance. This stuff is really cool. And it's a nice change up from say like the, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s super oak moss masculine fragrances that I love, but this one switches it up, but it doesn't go overtly sweet to where I'm like, I don't really like it. So this is my scent of the day. Like I said, I'll spray some more. This stuff is so good. It smells so fresh. They make an aftershave, which I found here. So you can see the difference in the size of the grenade sphere here. They also have an aftershave balm, which is necessary. And they have a deodorant stick, alcohol deodorant, and they also have a shower gel too. So I'm gonna show you guys the box real quick just so you can see what that looks like. You can see there's the orange, Boss Orange symbol, but this is Man in Motion. They have a couple flankers of this scent. I've never tried any of them. I really am not interested in those. This is the one that I enjoy. Funny story about this fragrance. My mom got it for me in 2004 for Christmas. And I remember, again, one of the first colognes, I think I got the EDT, but it was in this size bottle. I remember using it. And, you know, I went to a Catholic high school, so shaving was necessary. You had to do it. You had to be clean shaven all the time. And any Italian American out there like myself can probably relate to this. You know, we have mustaches in 5th grade, 5 o'clock shadow at 8th grade. So I remember going out one time, I was in 11th grade and I shaved, and I didn't think I had any aftershave, and I, you know, wasn't as attuned to how necessary that was. So I shaved and I didn't have any aftershave, and I just started spraying the cologne underneath my neck because I was going to leave. It burned so bad. I walked out of my house and under my neck was like clown shoe red. It was horrible. It lasted all night. It's funny to think about it now, but back then it was really terrible. But Boss In Motion, this stuff is great. Definitely check it out. You can have it for extremely cheap. Even the larger size bottle, the whole body line, I think cost me under $100 to get everything, and I'm really happy to have it. So that will definitely be up on my Instagram page for sure. All right, guys, so the third scent on my Forgotten Fragrances list is really new to my collection. I've had it for a little while now, and I've given it some wear, and I've really been enjoying it. It's from the house of Carlo Cornetto. It is Carlo Cornetto by Carlo Cornetto, or better known now, because this is probably the reformulated version, as Carlo Cornetto Classic. So this is a 1984 release, a really strong green fragrance. So if you're a fan of balsam fir and pine, you're gonna love this scent. So I'm gonna spray some on the test strip, but look at that bottle, man. This is really cool. Nice thick glass, nice pattern on that glass. Carlo Cornetto, the symbol there, really cool coat of arms. It kind of has like a dip to it. The bottle, you can see the shape. The cap, you can pick it up by the cap. Doesn't click into place, but it is very snug on there. So we'll spray some. Nice atomizer. This is opening with a green, waxy, sweet balsam, almost like a Christmas candle. And then that dries down and it's like an herbal, just oak moss pine bomb. This stuff is super long lasting. There's actually a note of raspberry in there, and I think that's where that gives it that sweetness of like a Christmas waxy candle. And at first I was like, oh, I hope that's not the entire fragrance, but it changes, and the longer the scent is on you, the better it gets. I really like it. This one pulled compliments. My girlfriend liked this one a lot once it dried down. At first, she said it was a little strong, which was something I like about it, but it's pine, woods, and then there's that sweet waxiness is very unique. I've never smelled that in any other fragrance. And I was looking at this one online for a while, and then I kind of like held off, and then I started reading about it. And people compared it to some of the great classics, green classics that I love, and you guys know I like green fragrances. So I finally decided to pull the trigger, and I'm really happy I did, and I've been wearing it. You know, I gave it a couple wears before this video and a couple wears when I initially got it, and it smells awesome. It's a crowd pleaser, but it maintains that 80s masculine fragrance that I really enjoy. You can take a look at the box there. Again, Carlo Cornetto Classic. So apparently the older formulation, as it always is, was a little bit stronger, a little bit more robust, less sweet, but I don't know. I actually like this one. And again, and if it were too sweet, you know, I would have never put it in a video. I probably would have sent it back or made a video about how I didn't like it. But this one is really nice, definitely under the radar. And I don't think it's expensive at all. I think I got it for around $30, $35, and it's a big bottle too. So I didn't see any other products. Even if there are, I might not pick them up, but this one itself is awesome. If you like a Christmas tree, you know, woodsy, almost got that sweet candle wax scent. At the same time, the balsam fir is really strong, the pine is really strong, then you're really gonna enjoy this one, and I know I have been. All right, guys, the final fragrance on my Forgotten Fragrance list is from the house of Jacques Bogart. Probably one of the more rare fragrances from that house. It is none other than Furyo. So Furyo means prisoner or captive in Japanese, and this scent is absolutely wild. It's from 1988. It's classified as an Oriental Woody or Oriental Fougere. I think it could go either way. And it is absolutely obscene. This stuff, you know, beside from the really cool bottle, super 80s built-in sprayer, you can see that on the back there. Look at that. You know, so we'll shoot some out here. Tester strip. Wow. It's like that classic Smash Face, Super Smash Brothers, insane masculine 80s powerhouse bomb. I mean, this stuff is so awesome. It's like that locker room fresh deodorant that then dries down to like a spicy cinnamon, civet, musk, honey bomb, and then goes back to the locker room fresh floral deodorant spray. If you like Lapidus Pour Homme, you'll love this. If you like Kouros, you're gonna love this. If you like the dry downs for both of those fragrances, you're going to love this. This then is its own fragrance. It's not a clone. It's similar. It's in the same vein. Is it better than Kouros? Of course not. Nothing is. Is it better than Lapidus? I think it might be. And I love both of those fragrances, but this stuff is obscene. So big shout out to Zach from Signature Scent Fragrances, or excuse me, Signature Scent Reviews. Zach from Signature Scent Reviews, that's it. He reached out to me and he's like, hey, have you ever tried this? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I got this like dinky little 30 mil that I bought a while ago. I'm actually not sure as to the quality of the fragrance. It may have gone sour. I got it in the summer and I didn't really wear it. And he was telling me FragranceBuy.ca was selling these for $28. So I bought 3 of them because they're that good and they're that rare and you can never see them, and you find them on eBay and people are charging some obscene price. So Richie, I got your bottle. I'm going to send it out soon. But anyway, right here is an aftershave too. I put this stuff on the other day and it's stronger than the EDTs because this is definitely the oldest of all of these fragrances. So I don't know if it's discontinued or if this was just old stock. You guys can take a look at the box. Here it says Furio. I have no idea what's going on there. Just some weird symbol. It looks pretty terrifying, just like the fragrance. You can see here nothing going on the side. Definitely going to do a full review on this one. But the scent is so 80s, it's so masculine, it's spicy, it's animalic, it's strong but fresh, clean deodorant. It's all of those things mixed into one. As far as the performance goes for this, it'll blow your balls off, brother. You got to try Furio by Jacques Bogart. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. That's my list of 4 forgotten fragrances that people do not talk about, and if they don't talk about them enough, they should. That's why I wanted to bring them to your attention. Pretty sure you can still get all of them. I know they might be a little bit harder to find, but at the same time, they are all awesome, and I am so happy to have them in my collection. So again, as always, I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section, do you own any of these fragrances? Would you like to try one? Out of the 4, which one is most interesting to you? Is it Chevignon? Is it Boss in Motion? Is it Carlo Cornetto? Or is it Furio? So for me, I really can't pick a favorite. They're all really nice. You know, there's some that have nostalgia for me. There's that insane animal Furio. So they're all great. But please let me know in the comment section. And thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.